We got our orange on.
It's Halloween, baby.
Yeah. Do you say orange or orange?
Orange.
Oh, okay. See, I had to teach myself how to say, because like Bradley, Director Bradley is saying orange. It seems like most people say orange, but like in South Florida, where a lot of us are from the Northeast, or our parents are from the Northeast, I say orange.
Do you say wash too?
No, nothing weird, nothing weird like that. I say orange, and I don't know if there's anything else that I say differently, but that's the main one, because there's a city in Texas out by Beaumont that's Orange, Texas. And so there were several times. You know who makes fun of me for that is Rashi.
Really?
Yeah, because Rashi, she's very observant about things. And so I said orange a couple times, and she's like, say that again? How do you say that? And I'm like, orange? She's like, orange? What's an orange?
It's like pecan and pecans, you know?
Well, when I moved, I say to the South, I mean, not that I wasn't born in the South, but South Florida's not really the South.
No.
But like when I moved to Louisiana and had encountered, I swear to God, for the first time in my life, the word pecan, I would call it a pecan or a pecan. I didn't know what it was, but I was very quickly corrected that it's a pecan.
Very quickly.
Yeah, it is a pecan here in Texas. It's a pecan in the South.
When I moved here, Mike printed me out a list of, there's some city names and things, and at the bottom, it's pecan. And I looked at it again because I made a recipe for Thanksgiving, which had pecan in it. And I was like, I need to make sure I say this correctly.
Yep, because they will call you out for it. Okay, so hey, what were you going to say?
Dressing or stuffing?
Oh, okay, so it's both. Because and I didn't know this, but this is another Louisiana thing. Like in Louisiana, they have rice dressing.
Okay.
Which is like a rice with like kind of some seasoning and beef mixed in. But it's called rice dressing. And somebody offered me that, my wife makes it, but somebody offered me that for the first time years ago, and I'm like, is this like salad dressing? Like,
yeah, like what am I getting myself into?
So you can have stuffing, and then you could have cornbread dressing.
Ooh. So that's like on the side.
And then rice dressing.
So the stuffing would be what's inside the turkey.
That's what they say.
Okay.
But I like stovetop stuffing.
It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. So whenever I go home, if I'm at my mom's house, she'll make stovetop stuffing, or my wife sometimes will make a little stovetop stuffing for me on the side. Because she knows I like it. I don't think I could pay her to eat that, or God forbid, like her mother or something. I don't think would ever eat stovetop stuffing.
You better throw that in the neighbor's recycle bin.
Yes.
Because God forbid they see the box.
Oh, the holidays! The holidays are upon
us. So
good. So the pressure is on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And believe me, guys, as meteorologists, as forecasters, we feel the pressure more than anybody else when there's a chance for storms for trick-or-treat time.
Yep.
Because we have to narrow down the time and the place, how intense it's going to be.
Yeah, and if there's going to be lightning, do the kiddos
not
need
is there
to
lightning
go
or not?
out? It's a big deal.
It is. So, and it's already been a weird morning. We had like a mega downpour in Fort Bend County. So I do have some graphics queued up that we could take a look at. So the overall picture here is that the severe weather threat is mostly to our north, but we've had some whoppers around here already, not even tied in with that front that's kind of pulling up stationary just out to our west. These are the radar estimated rainfall totals. Pretty wild.
That is wild.
Yeah, I should have queried that area there west of Katy over Brookshire. It looks like that's about a 3.5 inch or two. So yeah, I mean, it was really some heavy stuff, and we do still have some heavy areas of rain falling. The Weather Service issued this, which is the aerial flood advisory. Even though it's not raining there anymore, there still could be some flooded roadways. So this is down around Sugar Land, Richmond, Rosenberg, that area, because so much rain fell earlier today. This is one of the heavier downpours we have for you right now at 11:04. And this is over around southeast Houston. Is that, wait, am I need to put my glasses on. Is that a flood advisory that they just issued there? Is that green?
Yes,
I see green?
no,
is it? No.
Yeah, they just popped it up. Ready? Right there. From Alameda all the way over to 45.
I can't see anything anymore. Okay, so you're right. So this is like south and southeast Houston right now. Watch out in that area. This is around the Beltway, around Pearland Parkway, Telephone Road area, guys. So there could be some street flooding taking there. It's not a flash flood warning, but it does let you know that there might be some street flooding in that area. It's moving over by Hobby Airport as well. Yeah, and some of that is moving right here into the Southwest Freeway. That's the observation from Hobby, so they are reporting a thunderstorm. 73 degrees, so it cooled things down. The rest of the area, boy, when I turned this into a loop, I didn't realize it was going to loop the temperatures too.
It's okay.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, it shows though.
Yeah, I know, that was annoying though. It's one of those little quirks of the graphics.
Yeah, it's like, and you don't know until it's on the air and you're like, well,
I know.
Didn't mean to do that.
That was my bad. So the latest run here, this is frustrating because the latest run of this HRRR now has kind of flip-flopped on 3 p.m. It was showing just bonkers rain.
Yeah, down south.
Yeah, and now not as much. And so now this is what it's showing for 5 o'clock, and let's find out what the roll of the dice is showing us for trick-or-treat time. Yeah. I've been placing my bets on about a 30% coverage of rain for trick-or-treating.
And it really has been mainly north of Houston over the last several model runs, but that kind of showed, okay, maybe a little bit to the west too. But it'll be interesting to see some of these spots that have already got so much rain this morning, how much more rain will they be getting? Hopefully not as much lightning.
That's probably one of the main things. So this is the way things are shaping up. It is going to be stormy in spots, most likely mid-afternoon, and then by 7 p.m. we still have that chance out there. And at a minimum, it's going to be soggy and really yucky.
Yeah.
And so make sure the kids aren't wearing nice shoes. The dogs, the paws are going to get really
no
messy.
Costumes for them. I'm sorry, guys. Especially if you're dressing them up as a ghost. Your white sheet's going to be toast.
That's right. Oh my
and
gosh.
especially for the kiddos that have the really cool costumes that are elaborate, but maybe it's like the bell-bottom pants. Well, you step in a puddle.
Yeah, say goodbye to that. So, but you had some rain boots on this morning.
Yes, I have these little rain boots, and I bought them, and then it's been so dry. So I was like, the second it rains, I'm putting these things on.
Definitely.
I look like a not very fashion forward with my dress and little boots.
No, they're nice. It made me jealous. Like, gosh, maybe I should get a pair of boots like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is always
I think
yes.
so.
And I'm just saying, I thought on my walk over here, not very far, but for Friday, for our animal segment.
Yes.
Furry Friends Friday.
I like it. Furry Friends Friday.
I'm going to have them make a graphic.
We hold all of our animal stories. Like, let's just say there's an otter who loves to eat almond joys or something at some zoo in San Diego.
Yeah.
We're
airing it.
We will mark that story and we put it in our computer system and say that's for Friday, and we save it for our
we have a few for tomorrow.
Our Furry Friends Friday.
But we wanted to do one today.
Because it's Halloween.
Yes.
We need to do that. Okay. So if you need a break from handing out Halloween candy tonight, maybe yourself, maybe you can get your dog to do it.
So this Australian Shepherd named Promise helped his owner hand out the sweets. Take a look at this cutie pie. Okay, you don't see the dog yet. There he is.
Oh.
So he walks out of frame. And he's like, goodbye. Where's the next one? There they are.
So he's handing out the candy.
Yes.
There were some concerns on this morning's news about what if he eats the chocolate.
You know, Australian
but he looks like
Shepherds,
a good boy.
yeah, they want a job, and his job is to hand the candy. So I don't think he's going to interfere with anything. But look at him, he's so prompt. He's like, Mom, next one. Give me the next one.
You're right. Dogs like that need to have a job to keep themselves focused and stuff. Like I know with our dogs, like Goose would have no clue what to do. He's a smart boy, but he just like, he doesn't know like work. You know, and then Pippin has this thing, like if he does get a hold, this is actually kind of dangerous because like if he gets a hold of a piece of candy, he will lock his jaws and go take off running. And then you got to like go tackle him and you're like, drop it. And you're like prying his jaws open.
Which it's not going to come
It's not going to come out.
It's like alligator. You're not
It's
getting
an alligator. And so, yeah, he's such a good boy, but he's so bad. And especially when it comes to like getting a Snickers bar or something. Oh gosh. Let's just hope that doesn't happen.
Because how much does he weigh?
He's like 35 pounds.
So maybe like a little bite of chocolate
wouldn't hurt him that much.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he gets a hold of one time. I think he ate a what are those ones with the Rice Krispies in it? Like a crackle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he ate a crackle.
So good.
or a Reese's Crunch. One of those. Not Reese's Crunch.
My gosh.
Nestle Crunch. One of those two. Yeah, one of those two he ate, and I was like, oh my God, he's gonna die. But he was okay.
Somebody threw out, I forgot, like the drumstick ice cream cones with the chocolate interior.
I love those.
Yeah, somebody threw that out the window and Ryder found it. So I threw it somewhere else. Well, guess what? On the way back from our walk, he got it again.
Yeah.
So I found the gutter and I threw it down there and I was like, I'm sorry, but like, who's throwing? First off, that is a perfectly good ice cream cone.
Who just throws a drumstick ice cream out there? What kind of person?
Yeah. Why are you not finishing?
Really? All right. So, some people have food allergies.
Yes.
I luckily don't. We have, she's said it on the air many times, our friend Lena DeFlorius has a peanut allergy. And so we have to be careful of, like kind of what we eat in the studio and stuff. Well, there's a new way to welcome trick-or-treaters with food allergies. You look for the odd-colored pumpkin. Yeah, 1 in 13 kids has some kind of food allergy, so there's a chance that a few trick-or-treaters coming up to your house need to avoid certain candy that has nuts, milk, eggs, soy, wheat. Those are the most common allergens for children. But kids and adults have, they have allergies too. If you have allergy-friendly treats, you could put a teal pumpkin in front of your house.
Okay, that's good.
Sounds like that's a lot of allergens, though. I mean,
yeah.
what are you going to hand out? Just a
I saw somebody
sugar cube or
got
something?
little bags of Pirate's Booty, the little like snack thing.
Oh, so something that's not even really candy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I thought about doing that, and then it's already Halloween, so I'm going to be better next year.
Then there's always, there's some people, God bless them, they mean well, but they're like handing out pencils or something.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry. The kids don't want that.
Little notepad.
The kids want candy. And
but what candy do they want is the question.
What we have here is not what people like. It's the least liked candy in America. And somebody actually stole the whole bag of one of the least liked, which is apparently their favorites. But let's start with the classic candy corn. No?
Not big on it. My youngest,
I'm big on it.
Gia loves them, but she'll eat them like half because she wants to like bite off the end.
Like the little tip.
The little, yeah, a little part, the little tip, yeah. You like them?
I love them.
You do?
Mm-hmm. They're really good.
I got to be honest. I don't know if I've ever really had one. I mean, I don't think I have.
They kind of taste like frosting, to be quite honest. Like hard frosting.
Candy corn.
Sugar. There you go.
Isn't it just,
Okay, then we have. They're fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Circus peanuts.
It's just sugar. Yeah,
That
no, it
is
tastes
a
like
no
it tastes like cupcake icing.
Yeah,
Wait, is it icing or frosting?
it depends.
Well, you would know.
I would say frosting because frosting is usually a bit thicker, where I feel like icing is like the more thin, it's like a glaze.
Okay. Well, frosting it is.
If
That tastes
somebody
good.
is handing out circus peanuts, they better be handing out this whole bag.
Yeah, because otherwise they're not wrapped in anything, and this circus peanut thing just has everybody's grubby fingerprints all over it.
And I'm like touching it and it's not very soft.
Well, I'm going to try it just because it's here. Circus peanuts.
You're braver than I am.
It's all just, okay, so here's the ingredients. Maybe I won't eat it. This is the totality of the ingredients, guys, for circus peanuts. Sugar, corn syrup, gelatin, high fructose corn syrup, yellow dye number 6, and artificial color.
No. That's just.
No, maybe
no.
not.
What about Tootsie Rolls?
I do not like Tootsie Rolls at all.
Yeah,
In fact, I don't even want to taste it. It's too chewy.
Hey, but they're peanut and gluten-free, so that's good for some of the kiddos. I'm sorry, but I love Twizzlers, and I'm very upset this is on the list. Do you like Twizzlers?
Not really.
Do you like Red Vines? Have you ever had Red Vine?
No.
That's even better.
Is it similar? To me, it's really chewy and sticky and gets stuck in your teeth sticky and stuff.
Sorry, guys.
And-
This is really loud, but it doesn't.
Wasn't
we
there
go.
a way, does it have a hole that runs down the middle? Because I swear when I was
Like
a
a
kid.
straw?
Yeah, people used to use it as a straw, yeah. I don't.
It's
See,
so good.
I think 2 of my daughters probably would really like Twizzlers. I've never liked Twizzlers. Ever since I was a little kid, it just.
We're just not going to look at the ingredients in that one.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's
Bad.
red dye and sugar.
And last, and maybe least, butterscotch.
Butterscotch. Oh, I don't like the flavor of that. Oh.
I like them, but Halloween, there's so many other better candies. Like, why would you waste,
Yeah.
we're
suppose
getting
it's-
older. Why would you waste your calories on this?
Yeah. Can I see the ingredients on this one too? Look at me like I'm some kind of health nut here, but I'm just curious. That's the same thing as sugar, corn syrup, salt, artificial flavor, artificial color, blibbity blop. What's that? There's some kind of a drink, like a liquor that has the butterscotch flavor.
Oh,
to it.
yeah.
Which one is that? Do you know? Bradley, you know which one it is? It's a butterscotch. Whatever it is, it's
We'll look it up in the break.
gross. There must have been some time in college or whatever. It was disgusting.
That's how I feel about Fireball. Nasty.
It's gross.
Why is someone just drinking cinnamon?
Okay. Bradley says cotton candy vodka. You don't want to go there. Or you don't want to ever drink anything that says it's made out of Everclear and some kind of flavoring. Like, have this candy corn. And people do that, by the way, like in my neighborhood. They will, some of the people who really want to be fancy will hand out candy to the kids and little alcoholic bottles to the parents. Yeah. So if you're one of those folks, you're popular. They'll hand out just like little.
Like, we gotta go to this street, guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice idea, and then there's always that one house on the street that hands out the full-size candy. So crazy.
That's my parents this year.
Really?
I was like, I'm glad you guys don't live next to me. You're gonna be outshadowing me.
Hey, so I'm just looking at the clock. We have coming up next, we have Ramisha Shade, who gives us a look ahead at sort of a longer-term forecast. So we want to make sure we have enough time to hear from her. So we'll be right back.
Fox 26.
Hello to you. I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Ramisha Shade. The year is flying by, and guess what? We've got a really cool day today. It is Halloween, and we are not that far from winter starting, only about 28 days until Thanksgiving, about 55 days until Christmas. So the holiday season right around the corner, and really between now and the end of the year, we've got a lot of changes happening with our daylight. We're actually going to start to have shorter days, and of course we do something really big, really important coming up this Sunday in the wee hours of the morning. Of course, this is the time of the year where we say goodbye to daylight saving. Daylight saving time comes to an end this Sunday, November 3rd, right around 2 a.m. So that's when you need to turn the clocks back, because the time will, of course, fall back. So if you have maybe some of those clocks that are still, maybe a little old-fashioned, you have to change them manually. Make sure to set those back 1 hour before you go to sleep. But of course, if it's going to be an automatic clock, then it should do it itself as we go into the early morning hours on Sunday. So just keep that in mind, that we do fall back. But this is the particular one that I actually like. Spring forward, you lose that hour of sleep. You can be kind of cranky, kind of groggy all week long, but fall back, not bad at all. You gain that extra hour of sleep. This is also a great time to test your smoke alarms, test those carbon monoxide detectors. Make sure to switch those batteries. If things aren't functioning properly, you may just want to switch them out anyway, just in case, to keep you and your family safe. Also, like I just said, you do gain that 1 hour of sleep, so there's a little bit of positivity in this. Maybe you'll be more rested for the new work week, although we do lose that 1 hour of daylight. So I know some of you complain about that. You don't really like to experience the shorter days. I know some of you like to get off work and go for that nice walk before the sun sets. Well, it's going to be a little harder to do that as we go into November. So remember, this Sunday, November 3rd, daylight saving ending. Our new sunrise time will be at 6:37 a.m. and our new sunset time is going to be right around 5:32 p.m. So a lot happening. We've got Halloween today. We've got daylight saving coming to an end for this Sunday at 2 a.m. Of course, that means the days are getting shorter. In fact, between now and the beginning of winter, we are going to be dealing with shorter and shorter days. In fact, for today, that sunrise time right around 7:34 a.m., sunset time at 6:35 p.m. this evening. That's important because that's when, of course, the sun sets. A lot of kiddos will be heading out to trick or treat. So that is the time that you need to try to get out there and grab some of that great candy, have a great time, put on the cool costumes. But of course, like I said, that time will be shifting. Of course, November 3rd, the daylight saving time ends, so these sunrise and sunset times will start to change. So by November 15th, our sunrise time is actually around 6:46 a.m. and the sunset time is back to 5:25 p.m. Then as we get towards the end of November, this is going to be a few days after Thanksgiving, that sunrise time right at 6:58 a.m., sunset time right around 5:21 p.m. So you can see the days getting shorter and shorter. So finally, as we get to December 21st, this is the winter solstice. This is going to be our least amount of daylight for the entire year. So December 21st, sunrise right around 7:12 a.m., sunset right around 5:26 p.m. And we are going to be dealing with the shortest day of the year. Of course, that marks the official end of fall and the official start of our winter season. So winter does begin on December 21st. Now notice the daylight time getting shorter, the days getting shorter between now and December 21st. So today we've got about 11 hours, 16 seconds of daylight. For November 15th, about 10 hours, 38 minutes, 51 seconds of daylight. But as we get down to the shortest day of the year, we're down to 10 hours, 14 minutes, and 2 seconds of daylight. So we are certainly talking about a pretty big change. Now, speaking of the winter solstice, let's break it down a little bit more. The Earth is tilted on its axis around 23.5 degrees. So the Earth's tilt is what gives us our seasons. Also, the Earth spins on its own axis, and one rotation is about 24 hours. Also, the Earth is rotating or orbiting around the sun. So one trip around the sun is about 365 days. So basically, when you have the Earth orbiting around that sun, it's tilted at 23.5 degrees. When it reaches that farthest tilt away from the sun, that is usually when we have the start of our winter season. So that is called the winter solstice. So for this year, that's going to happen on December 21st. So once again, like I said, Earth's axis tilted away from the sun, as you can see. This is going to be our shortest day and our longest night. Now this is for the northern hemisphere, of course. The southern hemisphere is going to be opposite. This is also, of course, when you have the shortest day. So for December 21st, Houston gets about 10 hours, 14 minutes, and 2 seconds of daylight, and the sun's path across the sky is about as low as it is going to be for the year. So bottom line, that's what you need to know about the winter solstice. And remember, don't forget, daylight saving coming to an end this Sunday.